Arijit, like before even we start, can you explain your background and your overall journey to becoming a product manager? And how did you start? Where did you start?
Sure. So first of all, Sagar, thank you for having me, and thank you for such a wonderful intro. My journey has been really interesting, if I may say. I mean, I've done a lot of things in my life. I started, you know, so back in college, I was actually studying something that's completely different from what I'm doing today, right? So I was studying power systems engineering, right? And I was absolutely not fond of it at all. I mean, I used to hate it, right? I actually sucked at it, to be frank. The only subjects that I was good at,
What was that? What was that you were doing? Which engineering was it?
power systems engineering. So it's like yeah, yeah, power systems engineering. Yes. So I completely sucked at it. I mean, I never found it really interesting. I used to get bored. The only subjects that I was good at back in college were mathematics, computer science, and probably professional communication, the English, if you will, right? So yeah, I mean, but I was always passionate about things like graphic design, web design, and development, right? I used to design posters and websites for college events. I used to take up internships where I used to code websites, design graphics, things like that. So not a lot of people know, but ActionScript 3.0, like Flash's programming language, was pretty famous back then. So YouTube's first player was actually built on ActionScript 3, right? And there was a time when I was getting really bored back in my college days, and I actually built my own video player using ActionScript, right?
Oh man, I didn't know this.
Yeah, no, actually, not a lot of people know this, right? It was very simple. It wasn't something fancy. It was just the fact that you upload, you upload a file from your computer and you just play it on your local device, right? That's it. That's it. Very basic. Nothing much. So yeah, so I was always passionate about things like this, and one fine day I thought that, okay, let's do something about it. Because I didn't want to I didn't want to get into power systems in a job that had something to do with my current studies, right? So I took a huge risk. I didn't sit for my placements. uh, there was a huge struggle for a long period of time. I mean, there was like, I think, 1.5 months. I think I sat in my hostel, doing nothing, just applying to different companies, and trying to read something, trying to code more websites, trying to practice design, right? And I think I had applied to 80 different companies, if I'm not wrong. uh,
80 companies.
80, yeah, 80, yeah. But definitely, I mean, maybe more, but definitely not less than that, right? So out of those companies, only 10 replied, right? At two of them I got calls, and I was selected at only one of them. Got it. Yeah, so just you can just imagine like what the conversion rate was, right? And Correct. The situation that I was going through, right? So it was really difficult, but then I finally landed my first job as a UI engineer, right? I used to Got it. Like code websites in my first company, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I used to design a bit a bit of graphics as well for them, for certain creatives, right? So worked there for a couple of months, didn't feel that I was a good fit over there. So I moved to Ixigo as a UX designer, right? That's when a lot of things happened in my life. I mean, that's when I actually came to know how you know products work, right? I mean, building a product is not about writing and shipping code, right? That's what I came to know over there, right? It involves a lot of things, right? It involves a lot of uh, gathering user requirements, setting up a business strategy, and then writing code, and then getting it tested, testing it out on users, and then finally releasing it on production, right? So I came to know that and was really fascinated by things that actually happen, right? So yeah, that also I met the first product manager that I ever came across. in my life. So I was heavily influenced by the kind of work that he was doing. Uh, I saw him doing the things that I wanted to do. Look at all those numbers. On a day-to-day basis. Talk to customers. Yeah. Own things, right? Basically get shit done. You interact, you coordinate with people, and then you get shit done. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to do. Correct. Right? So I saw that, I understood that a product manager is what I actually wanted to be. Being a designer was actually a path, a road towards getting there, right? Got it. Got it. So yeah, that's when I made the move. Made another move actually in my career, and I joined GoIBibo as a PM for the mobile platform, right? And correct. Correct. Yeah, so that's how my journey started. Basically, that's how I got into product management, and all I can say is I've never looked back, and I have never been happier.